Hey everyone. So today I'm here to present you one of our success stories where we built an ESG monitoring and greenwashing detection AI model for a decentralized finance company. So in today's day and age when climate change, environmental sustainability, all these concepts are very mainstream and most people are aware of it, if not actively working towards it. There is a motivation. There's a lot of keenness in the market for on the side of investors and consumers to spend their money, may that be through investing or through buying things. Basically, spend their money on companies that are more eco-friendly or more societally equitable. In order to at least through their consumerism enact positive change in the long run, right? Now a lot of companies do put in the effort to get this money deservedly, but a lot of companies commit what can be ostensibly called ESG fraud, where they, through several means, may that be through greenwashing itself or straight up just falsifying stuff, they inflate their ESG score and they present themselves as more sustainable than they actually are. Now let's talk about ESG, what that is exactly. So ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. It's the three sort of domains that get tracked, and a score is given to companies in order to let investors know that this company has this score when it comes to these three factors, and it is a more, I guess, financially model thing to invest in this company as opposed to a similar company that is being actively harmful to the environment or to society, right? So that's ESG, and like as I said, there's a lot of ESG fraud where through various means they inflate the score, right? So we built a system with VOY Finance to detect ESG fraud, detect greenwashing, and basically enable investors to spend their money where they actually want to. So in order to achieve this, we built a bunch of different deliverables that all come together to achieve this overarching goal. So the first thing was a data repository that pulls from a bunch of different data sources beyond what you would traditionally consider and collect for an ESG score, and just keeps it in one place for anyone to access, may that be the AI model itself or someone else who wants to check the work, right? So that was the first thing we built, one place where everything is there. On top of that, we then built a new ESG scoring algorithm that, again, all these different factors that weren't being considered before that we're now taking into account. It like the AI scoring system takes a more nuanced look at that and comes up with a ESG score that's more reliable and accurate, right? So that is one of the main things we did. Beyond that, we also built a greenwashing detection model to go into the claims that companies are making and like take a closer look, verify whether that's what's actually happening, whether these companies are actually doing what they're talking about, if the effects of what they're doing are as beneficial as they're claiming, and it gives you a percentage chance based on the verifiability of all these claims about how likely it is that this company is engaging in greenwashing practices. We also came up with a digital identity scoring solution, which allows companies to see how well their efforts in sustainability are being presented online and in the digital space to potential investors and consumers. So it helps them, if they are actually looking to be more sustainable, advertise that better, market that better, like get their name out there. That's why we built that. Now, everything we built here was a blockchain AI hybrid. So like leveraging the strengths of both technology to come up with the solution, right? But one of the key things that we achieved here was, as you may or may not know, blockchain technology consumes a lot of energy in order to make its calculations, to generate its tokens, to do the verification steps it needs to do. And the use of AI to reduce the amount of data that needs to be actually written into the ledger, allowed this model, this tool that we built to be more environmentally sustainable itself. So that's why we went for that hybrid model. And the last thing, which is fairly important when we're talking about the efficacy of this system is a text insights report that just gives you in one place all the information you need about a company's ESG or about a company's greenwashing practices. So you can see an example report here where it maps out the insights for a soybean company in Brazil. It measures what their carbon emissions are, at least from what they reported and what can be independently verified. It gives them a more accurate and reliable ESG score, and it also gives you a breakdown of where they're stronger, where they're weaker when it comes to environment, society, and governance as three separate things, right? So it gives you a good overarching view of the sustainability practices of the entire company without having to look into it, without having to go through all the data. So this enabled us to just pull that much more quickly and then have make decisions on these insights, right? And what this meant in reality, in application, was in our efforts to build and deploy this model, we found a family-owned farm that was doing tremendous work when it comes to sustainable farming practices, when it comes to sustainable business practices. And once this farm was found by the system and given all of this accurate ESG verification, investors could now discover that, hey, this is a company that has been to much greater confidence verified as someone who is being very sustainable. And this enabled that company to attract investment that was closed off to before, because let's be honest, all the companies that are actually engaging in ESG fraud and greenwashing are taking the money away from the pool that should be going to these companies. So that's the change that we want to bring about with the system. Finding the companies that are actually worthy of this funding and finding all the companies that are trying to unfairly take from it, right? So that's the system we built in partnership with VOY Finance. It was a tremendous project. We took away a lot of learnings, and we look forward to applying them in the future as well. So yeah, that was our success story on the ESG monitoring and greenwashing detection AI model. And stay tuned to our website and social media for more stories just like these. I will see you on the next one. Thank you.